This is a story for those who wish that they could truly read between the lines of the book they were reading and see the world of the story through the eyes of the author. For those who wish that they could make nonfiction from fiction. For those who wish that dreams were true. This is a story of a group of wayward friends who came together from the far reaches of two worlds to come together and to help make dreams reality. This is Hazeltown Story. Hello and welcome to Hazeltown Story episode 29. As usual, we are continuing off where we left off last episode. If you are just joining us for the first time, I highly recommend going to the start, and at least the start of this arc, if not the start of the series, to kind of get a better idea of what this series is. When we directly left off, our group had just gotten in front of Martin Sparrow's house, who we feel is where Sophie, the secretary, is being held, or is where she is staying. We're going to probably find out whether or not that is the case. For this campaign, we still have the same players. We have Carnival playing Elmis Graner, who is our tech expert and general kind of wizard in terms of anything technology. We have Deathmaster playing Bob B, who is kind of the sleaze elemental, as we've been kind of saying, basically up to various things. Of whether or not they're nefarious is up to the moment. We have Norman Rafferty playing Tacent Toscin, who is kind of a jack of all trades, can do kind of whatever you need them to do, even if that thing is not necessarily on the level. And we also have TorpidTypist playing Iravia, the Chaos Cow, who likes to hit things with chairs. That's kind of where we left off. As I mentioned last time, we might have a little bit of confusion about what things can be done with abilities. I left it in as kind of a learning thing for anyone who is trying to DM. That is something that you kind of want to make sure if you have a custom campaign. They have a clear set of rules about what exactly your players can and cannot do. It's something that I am trying to kind of get better at. Whether or not that's the case, we'll see in the future. I just left kind of some of that stuff in because I feel like it is a cautionary tale for any future DMs. Other than that, I can't really think of anything in particular of note. So might as well just go right into the session.
Can't break in because somebody's home.
Yes, and since Martin's probably still at work at this point, it's not him.
Well, then it's probably Sophie. If you guys just want to confront Sophie, we should probably just break in.
Well,
that's what I've been saying.
We don't know what she is at this point. Is the thing is that we don't.
Well, I mean, we have sales pitch here. We can just go from there. Why not try that?
Let's not go to violence.
Let's have Iravia go in.
Let's just keep it peaceful for now.
Oh.
All these places are identical, so I assume that they have a front door and a back door, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go watch the back door. Iravia, you can go in the front door.
Yeah, sure.
If she thinks she's a ghost, someone should probably watch the chimney.
What?
Just in case she leaves out that way.
I mean, she's a ghost. She might be able to levitate or something like that.
Okay. I can go. I guess. Sure, I'll take care of that one, and then you, Bobby, Cass, and Iravia can go through the front, since that way.
I'm watching the back door.
Two of you can watch the back door. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll get ready. Yeah. Iravia will scream if there's any trouble.
Just listen for sounds of smashing.
Oh, Iravia, you do know how to pick a lock, right?
Yes.
Would you... I know you're not the kind of person who needs assistance, but maybe I should come with you while you attempt to pick the lock so I can pick
I can pick the lock just fine.
Okay, good. Back door it is. Weep. I'm off like a prom dress.
I'm so glad. that Tacent isn't familiar with the last time Iravia picked a lock.
I did my due diligence. That's all I can do.
You tried.
All right. Okay.
What?
So basically, are you just going to walk up to the door and try and pick the lock?
Who said anything about picking the lock?
Wait,
Okay.
I thought,
You're gonna kick it down, aren't you?
okay, I'm confused now. I thought we were gonna try and do the peaceful thing.
Oh no, I was
That's
gonna
what I was
knock on the
confused too.
door first. Yeah, no,
okay.
I'm knocking on the fucking door.
Torpid are talking about. This has gone very off track.
It's fine. I'm just gonna knock on the door.
Okay, so you are going to walk up and knock on the door.
Like that was the plan anyway. Was the whole
Yeah,
the door thing.
no. It's fine.
So I was gonna say, if you're just gonna knock on the door, is it gonna be you who knocks on the door, or is it gonna be Bobby that knocks on the door?
I will be behind Bobby, but Bobby can knock on the door.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So, as you walk up to the door,
I'm not knocking the door just yet.
yeah,
We are sticking to the plan.
the
Going
one thing.
door to door.
Okay, so you're gonna start at like a door that's right by it.
Yes. So at
Okay.
this point, I point out that Martin's not home either. So if he's also a problem, they should probably both be there if we try to deal with them. So we need to kill time until he gets
Do
home.
we really need to? Like, it's fine if Martin's not there, because it means it's easier to confront whoever is there.
Yes, but at the same time, we don't know what Martin is either. So if he's also a problem, we can neutralize them both.
No, I still say we should just go straight to the house and then worry about Martin if he comes.
I'd rather take the get them both at once thing.
All right. Rafferty, thoughts?
What? I went to the back door and I'm waiting.
Okay, so
Okay, so from what I gather, you are all going to do the knock on the door. You're going to start probably a few doors down and do the gist of trying to sell the thing.
Yes.
Tacent is currently there at the back door in case for some reason someone tries to bolt.
I thought we were going to Martin's house. Why are we doing someone else's house?
Yeah,
Keep
I
that-
don't know why we feel the need to do it, but
We just want to go into Martin's house to see if Sophie is there. That's what I thought.
yeah, but these two want to corner both Martin and Sophie for some reason.
Yes.
We just need
Even though
Sophie.
Martin
We're
was
only being
never the
paid to
priority.
Hey, we're only being paid to investigate Sophie.
Yes, but it would help to know what Martin's involvement with this is.
Do we get paid extra to know if Martin's involved?
No.
So you want to bother more people just for the sake of bothering more people, even though we're not paid to do so?
Yes.
Are we the bad guys?
yes.
Yes. Oh, that was clear by now.
I'm going behind Martin's house and waiting patiently.
Anyway, door to door.
Okay, so you're doing this at around, say,
4.
like 4-ish. Do me a favor and okay. Roll me another percentile die.
All right. 27.
Okay, you basically you try the doors that are next to Martin's, and you realize that neither of them there's no one home. No one's responding.
Ah,
So if you need someone else, you're gonna have to go a little bit further out.
Okay.
all right.
Point. Let's just go to Martin's house then.
All right.
Finally. Confrontation I so crave.
Okay, so you're gonna just go into Martin's house.
I'm gonna
Well-
knock on the door. Yes.
Yep. So before you as you all kind of get in front of the door, you hear whoever is holding the walkie-talkie. You start to hear noise from it.
I would
basically-
imagine I would probably hold it. I think it'd be either me
Yeah.
or Tacent.
Probably Elmis.
Okay, then it's me.
Okay. Basically, you hear it is like, "Hey, is anyone there? This is Toby. We see you in front of the door."
All right. We read you loud
Damn
and clear, mall cop.
You hear a slight sigh at the other end of it.
I'm glad it's catching on.
Is like, all right, probably not the best idea to just there's no reason to go super loud yet.
We'll try not to.
Okay. Is like, all right, just remember, if you need help, we're here. And if you need anyone to help get in, we're here.
All right, let's rock. So, Bobby, I guess go ahead and ring the doorbell.
Bobby rings the doorbell.
Okay. With that, you hear sound. You hear sound. Kind of someone walking up to the door. So I was like, "Hello."
Howdy, ma'am. I'm Bob B. Here to tell you on this fine day about an upcoming sale at Bob B's Hunting Goods.
We don't need anything, thank you. And this is from behind the door. Like she hasn't even opened it yet.
Are you sure, ma'am? We got many quality goods.
Yes,
like this fine clothing and these excellent folding chairs, and our top of the line technical equipment. He waves at Iravia for the former and Elmis for the latter.
Iravia trying her best to look at
she's like behind the door. Like she hasn't even opened the door yet. She's talking to you through the door.
I said Iravia is currently stretching, getting ready to pick the lock.
That sounds nice. We don't need anything.
Actually, you know what? Aravia's gonna walk up and just gently push Bob B aside and just go up to the door. If you're chill with this DM, because I have something to say. Hey, how's it going? Aravia's gonna yell through the door.
Okay. Give me a sec.
Confrontation music starts in 3, 2, 1.
Bobby, once Iravia shoves him out of the way, we'll just take Elmis by the arm and take her out of the way of the door.
Basically, you hold on. Okay.
Final Fantasy transition starts happening.
You know what? There's no point to this. You basically hear footsteps. Basically, you hear someone scuffle inside. Like you hear
that's
footsteps.
right. It's fucking time. Let's pick that fucking lock. I'm kicking the door down.
Okay, do you want to pick the lock or do you want to kick the door down?
Kick the door down. That's the joke.
Yes, that was
out.
Okay.
Just as an aside, since this is a trailer parky thing, are there propane tanks on somewhere on the house?
If you're wondering if you can use that to cause an explosion, no.
Okay.
Okay. So in that case, I need you to make, you know what, just for funsies, make a, hold on, I need the right term. Make a daunting brawl check, which is 4 purples.
Sure. Let's do this. It'd be funny to eat a story point, but I don't even know what that would do.
I mean, it would make it so that I was gonna say because your brawl's all green or all yellows, right?
Yellows, yeah.
I don't actually know what that would do.
Regardless, 2 successes.
All right. So you kind of force your way. You force the door open.
Knock, knock, asshole.
You crap. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm just trying to find a layout of a house.
Clearly it's Grover House.
It is not Grover House. It's smaller than Grover House.
Magic dimensions have changed the layout of the house, you see.
God, fuck off.
Okay. Let's just say that there is so these houses are 2-story houses. Basically, you walk into the front door, you are in a living room. You see a kitchen off to the side. And basically you see a kitchen off to the side and you are in a living room. The living room looks pretty like there's like a TV. It looks kept up. And basically there's a kitchen. At first glance, you don't see anything off with the house.
Okay.
All right. Outside, Bobby will ask for the radio from Elmis.
Yep, Elvis is gonna hand Bobby the radio.
All right. Bobby will call Toby and say, "Officer, shit's dong got fucked."
You're great. We'll be right
real
there.
Pear-shaped.
What's happened so far?
The cow happened.
Have you run into this person?
She ran into the house?
Have you seen her?
We heard her.
Okay. We'll be there in a sec.
Need you to do something for me, officer.
Oh?
As far as I can tell, Martin's not here yet. Need you to keep some of your officers near the front so you can pick him up when he comes home. He should be arriving on the bus.
That was part of the plan.
Glad to hear it.
Okay, so what exactly? So, Iravia, I take it you're inside the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm in that door.
What is so? Tacent is in the back still, correct?
Yeah. And Bobby and Elmis are off to the side.
Okay.
Out of view.
Cass is still up front.
Yeah.
Okay, so Iravia is the only one in the house at the moment, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone want to join her?
Bobby will wave at Cass to follow Iravia.
Okay, so Cass is now following Iravia.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two are in the house. You are both standing in the living room. There is a kitchen on the side. There's also a staircase in the living room going upstairs. What do you want to do?
I was gonna say, does anything seem off to me? First off,
when you walk in, there is nothing like out of the ordinary.
It sounded like she was in a hurry. So, like, there any signs of her trying to, like, making a mess, trying to get by quick?
No.
Shit. Okay. I think I'll case the first floor first. So that's where the exit would be anyway. So.
Okay. So basically, I mean, in the living room, you see nothing out of the ordinary. There is some kind of magazines on the living room table. There's a TV that's like medium sized. Looks kind of like nothing super expensive. It looks like someone who makes a decent income, like nothing like super high middle class, but nothing. It's not someone who lives in like squalor. It's a average middle class house, and from the living room, you do not see anything out of the ordinary at like your cursory glance.
Okay. And so that's just the observation of like the first floor.
That is. Do you want to roll perception?
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I need perception or vigilance. So.
This would be perception.
Sure, I can roll it. Fucking whatever.
Do you want? Well, let's see. Do you want Cass to check it out?
Yeah, actually, what's Cass's perception?
2 greens.
Mine's better then. Let's do this.
Yep. So roll. Let's say. Are you trying to do this in a hurry?
I mean, I know that I've got people out front and out back, so I'm not.
You're not doing this like a quick, hasty.
No, it's not like a mad dash thing or anything.
Let's just say, since it's relatively tidy, let's just do an easy perception check. So you failed overall, but you do have an advantage.
Okay.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary. But you kind of have a little bit of familiarity with the house, the type of house that it is. So you can kind of figure out where things are a little easier.
I've partied in 1 or 2 of these before.
Let's say that.
Okay, so nothing out of the ordinary?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, Cass, you stay down here and keep an eye on things. I'm gonna go upstairs.
All right. So you go upstairs, and you see that there is a small hallway that leads to, or there is a small hallway that leads to, there is what you take to be a bedroom on either side. There is also a bathroom in the middle.
Okay.
Do you choose to take left or right?
I will choose left. Also, I hate that my brain is just thinking, give us a sign.
Okay, actually, do me a favor. Do you want heads or tails?
Let's say
this way.
tails.
Okay. So you said you wanted the left room?
Yeah.
You try to open the left door. You see that it's actually slightly ajar. And you go in and you see that there is a double, like at Curse Grant, you see that there is a double sized bed.
Mm-hmm.
You see that there is a computer on a desk, and you see that there are like some like computer kind of just. You see a lot of computer things. You also see a stack of magazines.
Ooh, anything saucy?
Roll perception. Roll. I would say. Oh crap! I already forgot what the difficulties are. Roll an average perception.
If you roll super well, he finds Bobby's advertisements.
No!
So you roll to advantage.
Yeah.
So you take a look through the magazines. Nothing in particular stands out. It is a kind of an assortment of magazines. Like it is like a Better Homes and Gardens. It is like it is an assortment of magazines. That nothing
Actually, now
really.
that I think about it, remembering personally, I remember that the guy who hired us said that it looked like she had just like all these perfect parts picked out from different models.
That is correct.
There are a lot of magazines here.
That is true.
I'm gonna tear this room apart.
Okay. Do me a favor and do a. It's gonna sound weird. Do a stealth check.
Okay. What difficulty?
Do a hard stealth check, which is 3.
Oh, this is rough. This is real rough. Let's do this.
Mm.
Ooh, I got 1 threat.
You got a threat, which you do not find anything in the room. As you are doing this, though, you hear in the next room a window open.
Son of a bitch!
Which side of the house?
Let's say it's someone is on that side.
Okay, so I guess that means Bobby and Elmis are both there. Then if
We're in like the upper right corner, so yeah, if it's one of those sides, then we'd be able to see her.
So it's the front window?
It's a side window.
Okay. How many
It's
people do we
right
have?
side of the house.
I thought we had 2 people watching the back door.
We have 2 on the back, 2 on the front, Cass on the first floor, and then we also got the cops nearby.
Oh, well, then 2 of us would see it. All right.
Yes, you see.
Oh.
So I think it's Elmis and Bobby. You see the window open up. You don't see anything else.
Yeah.
Bobby
so if I'm
just
hearing,
shakes his head, puts down the duffel bag he was holding, opens it, pulls out his assault rifle,
Jesus Christ!
and just waits.
at this point, Elvis is gonna grab the walkie-talkie back and's like, "Yep, we got a ghost."
Okay, at this time you see Toby and 3 others behind him sidle up. It basically actually they would have made it beforehand, so if Iravia was kind of taking her time to do it. So they also, you got the 2 standing in front. You also have Toby kind of standing to the side by you. And when he sees you pull out the gun, and he just kind of mentions like, "Put that down. We don't need it quite yet."
You sure? So Bobby,
Yes. We don't know what she's doing. Just the window just opened up.
Speaking of which, Iravia, hearing the window, is going to barrel ass through the doors into that room.
Okay. Do a easy brawl check.
Iravia fails, goes too far, smashes through the wall outside.
Go to jail.
Okay, you succeed. You got 3 successes and an advantage. You succeed going through the door. As you go in, you see, it is a room that is similar to the other one. You see, it's a little bit less disrepair, like a little bit more disrepair. You see on a desk that is by, you do see a lot of some. Actually, you do see some magazines on that desk. Actually, that one's it's still in kind of similar shape. As you kind of take a look, you do not see anyone.
Okay, I heard you open the window. Where are you?
You don't hear a response.
I'd say I'm not here to hurt you, but neither of us would believe that. Look, I just want to know why the hell you're calling me. Please tell me.
Do you want to make a perception check?
Yes, I guess. God, stop making me make perception checks.
It is an easy perception check. In fact, I will give you a boost die to that.
God.
You succeed with 3 advantages. So you search the place. You do not find her, but you do also notice one thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you first met her, you felt a very powerful presence.
Mm-hmm.
You do not feel anything in the room.
Ah, crap. Well, okay. Leaving this room.
Gonna check the window.
I mean, yeah, actually, no. I should definitely check the window.
Okay, you check the window, and I'll include this in this. You don't see anything weird. You see the window opened.
Okay. I'm gonna close the window and leave the room.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go look in the bathroom for shit water.
Wow.
You do not find.
I was joking about the shit water.
You do not have an EMF reader. You do not have a thermometer. She is not a fun haver.
No shit.
All right. So yes, you do not find any trace of her.
In the room or like anywhere else.
Correct.
Okay. That's not good. She booked it. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs and inform Cass that I'm pretty sure she's gone.
She's gone.
I mean, yeah, I didn't see her go, but you ever get like bad vibes off a person? Like just something don't feel right?
Yes.
Yeah, she gave that off all the time. It's like with the handshake. It's actually why I got confrontational.
Okay.
My point is, I'm not feeling the bad vibes, which is weird and means she's probably not here. And one of the windows was open.
Okay.
So, Lolo, could I theoretically use any of the equipment at this point to try and run a check of like it trying to sense out any energy, since it would like got some immediacy to it?
Yeah, it makes sense to do it like as a reflexive thing for the window opening.
So basically, like you threw down something.
Yeah, just like seeing the window open, just grab stuff.
I would say actually, since it's you kind of doing this and it's kind of the thing you've been doing, it would have made sense that in order to case it, you would have probably placed a few cameras there.
Okay, so did I get stuff then? Or, well, time to roll, I guess, but...
When you placed it originally, it was kind of recording. So yes, you if there was something, you could have gotten it.
All right. Okay, so we haven't got to grab the stuff first, right?
Yeah.
So who wants to make the first step towards it to grab the equipment?
So we were watching the house from the outside, and none of us saw the window open.
Elmis and Bobby did.
Okay. So you saw the window open, you didn't see anyone come out?
No,
Correct.
no one...
Okay, well, let's get the cameras that were watching that window and review the film. Or the recording of it.
Sure, Elmis will start walking over to go grab it, I guess.
So as this is going on, Toby kind of walks in the house and kind of check up on things. Sees you and Cass in the kind of is like, well, I don't see her.
I'd be surprised if you could.
You sure that there was someone in the house?
We heard someone talking. There was someone there.
We cased the place out. Someone opened this window.
That window wasn't open when I was here. I heard the window open.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
when
thought
we
we
review the surveillance footage, we'll see it was closed.
All right.
Look, I'm telling you, Toby, it's the thing I mentioned about the bad vibes before. It's they're not here, which is what's weird.
All right. Well, in that case, you said that you just kind of think, and it's like, well, in that case, you said that the Martin person lives here, correct?
Yes.
Let's just wait and see when they show up.
Okay, I'll have my chair at the ready.
I'll check the bus schedule.
I don't think the chair will be necessary.
The chair is very convincing.
And
I
comfy.
don't think the chair will be necessary.
Elvis at this point comes in with the cameras and stuff. So, all right, let's start the review.
Well, as I say, Toby looks at his watch. He's like, it's about time you said that he came home yesterday, correct? He kind of looks over to Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby is just like standing aside a bit, but he'll say yes.
All right. Well, I don't think we need all these people. If anything, we need you to be scarce when he shows up because we don't want to get him spooked when he gets into the house. So,
Can you fix his door in that time, officer? Bobby nods towards the broken door.
he just kind of takes a look. He's like,
Fear not, officer. Bobby puts the gun away in his duffel bag, picks up his, I still got some sales to make.
okay.
And he heads off down the street to the next, looking for a new house to visit.
Okay. And Toad just kind of puts his head together. Okay, I got it. I'm going to have my officer here stand in front of the door. We're going to say that he had basically, because, I mean, he did have a break-in his house and someone called it in. So we are here to make sure that we want to be here when you're home so we can kind of take a look at it. We're going to bring him in and then we're going to question him. We don't need anyone else that out there visible. So
that's what the ghillie suit's for.
he just kind
At
of
this
looks
point-
he looks at you just kind of like he looks at you very annoyed. He's like, okay, look. As much as we'd be great if it would just be my crew here to do this. If we're doing this looking for this woman, you might know more about this than I do. So I do request that you all stay around. Maybe just stay in one of the bedrooms until you're called.
Oh, okay.
At this point, Elmis is already back in Bobby's car and just working.
And Ravi's just gonna go up to the bedroom she tore up, just hang out in there.
All right.
She's got her foldable chair, and that's what matters. There's also this desk chair that's even nicer.
There is
Not as nice as that folding chair. Folding chair has beer holders.
Damn. It's a high quality folding chair.
Only the best at Bobby's hunting store.
All right. Tacent, what else? Are you just going to be kind of hanging around?
So, all right, I'm reading up on this magic stuff here because I'm trying to figure this out. So, one of the effects listed is barrier, but apparently barrier does not actually keep stuff out. It's to prevent damage or create a bubble under the ocean. Is there a way to create a barrier against spooks?
I don't know.
There's all this magic stuff. I don't know how to use any of it.
don't think at this point. I don't think there's really any magic that you could do to like, since you don't know exactly what it would be, so there wouldn't be any like. There's not like a catch-all like ghost catcher thing.
No. Okay. So I'm just looking over the list here of like things I have to bring to bear to all of this. And yeah, we need to review the footage, I think.
Okay, so do you want
to... yeah, I just want to wait until we can see what happened with the window.
I mean, there are computers upstairs in the bedrooms.
Or you could just go with Elmis if you really want to know, since she's going to go work on it in the car. Or you could go with Bobby and help make some sales.
I suppose I should wander in the house and see what appliances are on.
I would just go ahead and say there isn't anything like there's nothing like off that's like wouldn't be. It's like it's a person who just like kind of lived there. Like there's nothing like a stove that's just mysteriously on. It's just
well, is the computer still
on? No. It is
the
not.
computer still warm?
It is not.
No, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go review the footage. I'll just wait till we get that set up.
Okay. So you get to
wait, I'm sorry. There is one last thing. So we look around. We're allowed in the house. We can just look around. No one cares if we don't have a warrant or anything.
No.
Is there anything obviously like a crypt in here or a shrine, any kind of dark god or anything like that?
No, there isn't anything like that.
And there's no hidden rooms or closets or anything.
Not that we found.
From what you kind of walked through, you've kind of seen like there's no like place where a hidden thing could be.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just doing my due diligence. It's time to check the footage. All right. I'm done.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
rather than hang out in the bedroom, as nice as it is, I am taking the desk chair. That said, yeah, I'll go review the footage too, because I am genuinely curious what the fuck popped out of that window.
Okay, so basically, you, Tacent, and Elmis are basically in the van, I'd assume, trying to review footage. I am just going to go ahead and how about this? Elmis, I need you to make a hard technomancy check, which is 3.
All right. Anyone? Can I go ahead and spend 1 story point?
You can, I think.
I was asking like the rest of the.
No, I just realized that the story points were not reset, so you have 4.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So
and 3 purple, you said?
That is 3 purple, correct.
4 successes, 2 advantage.
Yes. So you take a look at the footage, and you can see that you see the window was originally closed, and you see that it opened up. What you kind of take a look at the footage, you're actually able to, let's just say you have, since you succeeded with flying colors, essentially, you have a thing that basically takes a look at kind of the data that is behind the camera. You do notice that when the window opened up, you visually do not see anything. However, as the camera, you do notice that let's just say that the camera uses kind of a light kind of sensor to kind of take the, like almost like an infrared kind of thing to kind of digitize the look of, or like the picture that it takes. You do notice that even though visually it looks the same, you do notice that there is a difference.
Okay, so basically, it's not whatever it captured isn't on the visible light spectrum, but because cameras capture things that aren't there, that aren't in visible light, I'm still seeing stuff that's there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, that's the explanation Elvis is going to give to Tacent and Iravia, since they're there, is like, okay, whatever our good friend here was doing, they've shifted out of the visible light spectrum. We can see here, pointing to the other data that they still existed and were recorded, but just we can't see them.
Well,
So at
okay.
this-
Coward.
So your camera's digital or is it film?
The camera will be digital.
Okay. Well, I'm wondering if it's possible to use supernatural power to try and reconstruct the image based on these two anomalous set frames.
Well, I will also give you this, because part of the equipment that Elmis would have at his disposal is the magic lenses that were the things that, if you remember, well, I'll just go ahead and say, since you were part of the thing, basically the cameras that were used in the first two arcs to kind of take pictures of things, those would be part of your kit. And I would say that it would make sense for Elmis to have laid some of those down. So if you want to, you could go to the library and do a scrying session.
That sounds good to me. Once
Okay,
we get Poppy.
Save that for later, though.
Okay, I understood all of that except the last sentence. Do a scrying session. What's a scrying session?
So scrying session, this basically you have the characters Bibley and Henry who are able to read what is kind of stored magically in these devices, and basically are able to put you in a trance that allows you to reconstruct, basically walk around a reconstructed scene from what those lenses have seen.
Oh, so okay. Is that a kind of magic that I might be able to do?
You will be able to do it, yes. You will all be able to do it.
Oh,
Yes, but not
okay.
here.
It'll make sense. Once we get to it, I will kind of explain a little bit more. So that is something at your disposal. But in that time, time has probably passed enough that basically it is a turnaround 5 and is around time that Martin should show up. Let's see, who've rolled a percent? Okay, so Death has rolled both percentile. Someone else, can you roll a percentile dice for me?
Nah, fuck it. Oh, nice. Carnival did it. Why do y'all keep rolling 20s?
I don't
question.
know.
So let's just say that basically Martin you do see Martin kind of walk home. When he kind of sees the office.
Does he pass by Bobby on his way there? Because Bobby's doing his door to door at this point.
That's a good question. Let's just say no. Like he walks by, he just sees people like selling stuff and neighbors, and he just kind of brushes it off. But when he gets to like close to his door and you can see the officer standing there, he kind of runs up to the officer and basically starts to kind of panic and basically is like wondering like, oh, what's going on? So at this point, are you all inside of the house?
I mean, if it's been long enough, I'd probably be waiting in the bedroom again.
Yeah, I think let's just say that you all are waiting inside of the house. You're like, some of you are in like, you're all in the bedroom, so you're not like visible. As you kind of hear let's just say you hear discussion at the you hear just people talking in the living room. You hear that it's relatively calm. But then basically you hear Toby basically call out from the bottom. He's like, "Yo, it's time."
All right. So walking by, Elmis will give the short version of what the camera saw as a heads up.
Actually, how about this? Because this would make sense to kind of discuss before. You would have walked in and you would have like seen Toby kind of staking out the place before Martin got home. So basically, you kind of gave him the discussion or the description, and he basically just kind of like looks a little confused, but kind of resigns to himself. He's like, "All right." So you would explain what you saw beforehand.
Okay.
Basically, Toby, as you all walk by, you or whoever decides to come down, basically walks down. You see Martin sitting on the couch next to two officers.
I wave at him with my non-chair hand.
Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you would like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter. And if you would like to get to know me more from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.